Welcome into Bengals Breakdown by Chat Sports. I am Tom Downey. Top free agents left unsigned for the Bengals coming at you guys on today's show. Before we break down my list, let's check in with where we sit with some of the other up-and-coming Chat Sports YouTube channels. Bengals Breakdown right now is behind the Texans and the Commanders, and that makes me sad. Patriots we're ahead of them. I want to catch them. I want to become the number one of this new grouping of YouTube channels. So hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend so we can keep doing even more Bengals YouTube videos for you guys right here on Bengals Breakdown. All right, top free agent targets. Let's start with a tight end, Irv Smith, who has been up and down over the course of his career when Minnesota has missed a decent amount of time. To the surprise of nobody, I think we're starting with the tight end because the tight end room in Cincinnati, yikes. It is not very good. I know Foster Moreau had been heavily linked to Cincinnati, understandably so. Unfortunately for Foster, he was actually diagnosed with cancer during this during this NFL free agency period here. So he's not going to be able to play football right now. That was an obvious target for the Bengals. Right now it's Devin Asiasi and Tanner Hudson, Nick Bowers. I could put a fourth name up there, and you would probably believe me even if it was a fake name. That's kind of where we're at this stage. So tight end, an obvious area of focal point for Cincinnati. Cameron Brate. Let's go to him now. The former Harvard player. I'm sure you might hear that a lot if he ends up signing in Cincinnati. Former Bucs tight end recently released. Two very different play styles for Smith and Brate. One of them is a bit more dynamic when he's out there. That's Irv Smith. He's battled injury problems in recent years. Cam Brate was just kind of fell out of favor a little bit in Tampa. They had Gronk. They had a fourth-round pick in Cade Otton. So here are the numbers of the last 4 years. Irv Smith has missed a lot of time. Both guys should be pretty cheap, but you're at the point where you kind of want a vet option. So signing one of them and probably still drafting a tight end within the first 3 rounds makes a lot of sense for Cincinnati. How about a corner not named Eli Apple? We're doing outside free agency. You can bring back Eli, I guess, if you want. Rocky Sin. Fantastic name, by the way. Played for the Raiders last year, former Colts corner as well. Didn't have the great ball skills. Teams won only at 0 interceptions, 7 pass breakups. But you're not really bringing him in to be a starter. You're bringing him in to be your number 3 on the outside. Chidobe Awuzie, Cam Taylor-Britt, it's his turn to shine, by the way. Plug him in as your outside CB3. I'm very much on board with that type of idea. And, maybe that gives you some insurance in the event, Cam Taylor-Britt doesn't take a step forward, or Chidobe Awuzie gets hurt or something along those lines. And knock on wood that those things do not happen. But Rocky Sin at this point would be a great cornerback 3 on the outside option. You're going to keep playing Mike Hilton there. Now name a player who you think the Cincinnati Bengals should sign in free agency. Be any player on the list, or off the list, of course, too. Sound off in the comment section. I went back and forth of, do I go defensive end, defensive tackle, because you wouldn't mind getting one more trench player. I'll go with an under-the-radar guy, Matthew Ioannidis, the former Commander/Panther defensive lineman. Good size, can kind of do some of the 5 technique to 3 technique stuff that offers positional flexibility, popular buzzword around the NFL. It's in the mold of maybe a more proven Zachary Carter option there. DJ Reader, BJ Hill, big fan of their games. It means you don't have to take a DT in the back end of round 1 if you don't want to, but it wouldn't prevent you from doing it. I call these types of moves Trojan signings. They're protection. They're protecting yourself in the event the board does not fall your way. Now you don't have to take this position group in round 1. You can go best player available as close as humanly possible. Kareem Hunt. I could have gone Zeke, but we spent some time on Zeke's updates yesterday. Kareem Hunt would stay in state, and I think he'd be a cheap-ish option still. He's coming off a down year. I don't think the market for Kareem Hunt is that great because the production wasn't that great last year. But running back, whether you sign Zeke, you sign Hunt, you sign a veteran, does not take you out of a draft pick. Maybe not round 1, not the route I typically want to go, but day 2, day 3, that certainly makes some sense.